Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new here or you have not already, please consider subscribing and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up as you're listening to the video today. Today we're going to talk about the recent USPS or United States Postal Service lowering some rates on zones 1 through 4 for priority shipping. This was a couple of weeks ago, but I feel like there's still some folks who aren't aware or haven't heard the news. It's very important news for those of us that sell jeans, especially. But if you sell any clothing that's over a pound that you would typically put into a priority flat rate or a padded flat rate, this news is really important for you to know and be aware of because you can save so much money. Even just saving 5 to 10 cents on every package you ship out, especially if you're a volume seller, it can really add up. But even if you're not a volume seller, you always want to be looking at the bottom line. You always want to be lowering your costs, your expenses as a business, so that your overall profits can increase. You always want to keep an eye on that bottom line and make sure that you're spending the least amount that you can on the necessities to run your business so that your overall profits can increase. So anytime the USPS gives us any kind of break or discount, or pirate ship gives us any kind of break or discount, you want to take advantage of it. And we're going to talk about the math. I'm going to show you on my screen why this is so important. So again, zones 1 through 4 is what the rates have been lowered on for priority mail. And zones 1 through 4 look different for everybody. It's what's closest to you. So if you live in California and you're about to mail out a pair of jeans and you see it's going to Oregon or Washington or Arizona or Nevada or Utah, you want to check your rates and you want to make sure that you're sending it priority isn't going to be cheaper than the flat rate envelope or the padded flat. Because if it is, that's how you want to ship it, right? You always want to save money. Zones 1 through 4 for us are going to be, I sent one to Virginia this morning. It's going to be probably Florida. We'll look at the zones, we'll look at the math, and we'll talk a little bit more once I share my screen. First, we're going to take a look at this little notepad I've made of notes here concerning the math. A padded flat typically costs about $8.20 to ship. That is the pirate ship cost, and that is the cost on eBay for us. That can fluctuate up or down a little bit based on your ratings with eBay on what discount they give you. But we're going to go with the $8.20 cost on a padded flat envelope. If you switch to a flat rate envelope, what I commonly refer to as the cardboard mailer, you would be saving 55 cents per item. You would technically be saving 60 cents a package, but if you're going to be doing the cardboard mailers, you need to be putting your items in a clear plastic bag before going inside the cardboard in case the cardboard were to get wet or ripped. You want your item protected. These are the plastic mailers that Keith and I use that you can see here. We get the 1,000 pack. They come out to 5 cents a piece. It's a great deal. I'm going to put an affiliate link down in the description box for you guys. And you can see the last time we purchased these was almost a year ago in May. It's time to get some more, I think. We're almost through the pack. We do a lot of jeans. But they're 5 cents a bag when you buy them in bulk. And you're saving 55 cents per pair of jeans that you're mailing in this cardboard mailer over the padded flat. Now, for ease of math, we're going to say you mail 2 items a day that weigh over a pound that you're using the flat rates for. That's a $7.70 savings a week from the padded flat to the cardboard, or $30.80 a month, or $92.40 a year. If you flipped this extra savings into more inventory, and for ease of math, again, we're just going to assume you have a $2 cost of goods. A lot of folks have a lot more than that. Ours is 99 cents, but just to show you an idea. If you had a $2 cost of goods and your average item was a $10 profit, you could get 46 more items to sell a year and make an extra $460. Now, if you're shipping more than 2 items a day that go in these mailers, you'll be making a lot more than that. If your cost of goods is more or less, it'll go up or down. But this is just to kind of give you an idea of why we made the conscious decision to move to these cardboard mailers over the padded flat. Now, if you're shipping these items to zones 1 through 4, like I talked about, you would use regular priority mail now. And we have seen packages go out for $6.90 in some instances that were really close here in PA. We've had some pairs of jeans that ship for $7, $7.10, $7.20. It's just going to depend on where it falls in those zones 1 through 4. So for the ease of math on this example, we'll go in the middle with $7.10. So you've already made the conscious decision to start using these clear bags or using the cardboard mailers. Now you're going to start checking the addresses of your customers. If they're in those zones 1 through 4, you want to ship the items just straight up priority. So we're going to say $7.10 is what the average is to ship within those zones. You're going to have an additional 55-cent savings per package, which is $7.70 a week, $30.80 a month, $92.40 a year. An additional 46 items for an additional $460 profit. Most of us are selling more than 2 pairs of jeans a day when you average out your weekly or monthly sales. So this is potentially an extra $1K plus income per year for switching from padded flats to cardboard and then using the priority when the zones allow it. You guys, what can you do with $1,000 a year? Could you go to one of these reseller events that you've always wanted to go to? Could you go to Disney? Could you go on a vacation with your family somewhere else, go on a cruise? Could you pay off a debt? I mean, $1,000 is nothing to sneeze at, and it's probably going to be more than that because you're going to be shipping more than 2 items. I just did that for the math. So here's what we've been using to ship our jeans in. It is called Boxery. So if you go to USPS.com, you want me to go through the whole process with you, I will real quick. Go to USPS.com, shop shipping supplies, box, I cannot type, box 4, box 4, there we go. It's this one right here, it's free. It's free, no money, no cost. So when I did this little math with you, you'll see I didn't add in 5 cents here for the priority mailing in zones 1 to 4 because we're not shipping our jeans in the in the poly mailers that we pay for, or even the poly mailers that we get for free with our eBay coupon every quarter. We're using these because there's no cost in these. These didn't take and use my coupon I get for free shipping supplies with my store subscription. These didn't cost any money out of pocket. These are free. Anyone can go on USPS and sign up, create an account, and start getting these boxes. They're 7 by 7 by 6, so they do fit a pair of jeans. They could probably fit up to 2 or 3 pairs of jeans if you were lucky enough that someone did a bundle in your area. But they are free. They're good for jeans. You can order them, have them delivered right to your house, and start using those to cut your bottom line even more. I've never seen the reason or any reason to use supplies that cost money when you don't have to. In fact, for all of our Poshmark sales, we do use the padded flat mailers. The reason I use padded flat and not cardboard with Poshmark is twofold. They pay for the shipping over there on Poshmark. Padded flats are a little easier to work with than the cardboard mailers. Sometimes you have to have a little bit of a fight with those. And Posh is Posh. So the padded flats are, less likely to get wet or tear. And they're free. So we use padded flats for Poshmark. I don't do any of the fancy poly bags or anything like that. The frills, I have a whole video about that. I'm going to have that pop up at the end for you. If you've never seen the video that I did on adding all the frills and stuff to your shipping, you'll want to watch that because, again, it's all about your bottom line. And as the economy starts to get a little more shaky and everyone has less money to spend and everything is costing more, you want to do everything you can to save every single penny on your bottom line and increase your overall profits and money that you're making for your business. Also on here are I think they're box 7 There's a particular box that I use for my plushies. It is box 7. Box 4 for jeans or clothing that weighs over a pound, you're going to ship in zones 1 to 4. Box 7. This is what I use for plushies that weigh over a pound. If I have large plushies that weigh over a pound, I do add calculated shipping to them on eBay. And this is what I ship them in, free, no cost. And I also ship my plushies on Poshmark in these boxes. And then, of course, you can get, if you want your padded flat rate envelopes, you can order those here for free. And you can get the flat rate cardboard envelopes here. And they do somewhat have windows in them. A lot of folks do use these for their jeans as well. They can stretch this plastic out. I'm not a fan, but it's another way to save money and get free supplies. All right, so we're going to look at some of information about the postal zones. The USPS set rates based only on the weight of a package in the past, right? So 16 ounces or less used first class mail package and over 16 used parcel select. With the introduction of faster delivery, they're doing zone-based pricing based on weight and distance. And since January 2019, zone-based pricing applies to all package classes. The USPS has 9 shipping zones, 8 in the continental US and 1 for outlying territories. These zones are dynamic. They are based on the distance from your zip code where you're shipping from. So the zones, again, are different for each person. This is based on someone who lives in Chicago. And you can see the further out they get, the farther it gets. The breakdown of the zones goes like this. Within 1 to 50 miles of you, it's zone 1. 51 to 150 is zone 2. 151 to 300 is zone 3. 301 to 600 is zone 4, and so on and so forth. You can see the chart right there. I'll give you time to look at it while I get a drink of water. But this will just give you an idea in your mind when you're doing your shipping. Pay attention. Don't just mindlessly create that label for the padded flat or the cardboard mailer. Look at the state and think in your mind, are they within 600 miles of me? Because I can probably ship this cheaper. Now, I recommend doing it that way. It's the fastest way. If you think it's within 600 miles of you and you're on the back end of eBay creating your labels or you're in Poshmark, it's super fast and easy to just check a priority label versus a flat rate. It takes seconds to pay attention to that state and to check that. But you can always come on to the USPS.com domestic zone chart here and figure it out for yourself. This is going to be a little bit more timely. I feel like this is kind of taking a lot of time that you don't really need to take. I can clearly look at Florida and realize it's within 600 miles of Pennsylvania, New York, maybe Maine, maybe Massachusetts. I checked those. And then going into the central U.S. But you can always check here. You would just put the first 3 digits of yours, zip code, and the date so that it's up to date. And it'll tell you all the zones and zip codes. But now you're looking for their zip code. You've gone to this website. You've entered. I think that this is just a waste of time, but it is available there for you if you want to use it, okay? And just to give you an example of savings, I'm going to mail something to Rachel Green. If you get the reference, we can be best friends. She lives at 37 Park Avenue in Lockport, New York. I'm going to send her a pair of jeans. It's going to cost me $7.50 if I mail them in a poly bag or those boxes I showed you and slap a priority label on there. If I sent these to her in the cardboard mailer, they're going to cost $7.60. So I'm saving money, and I'm not fighting with the cardboard mailer. I mean, those can be a hassle. They're worth the savings, clearly. I like to save, $92 a year. And in fact, for us, it's a lot more. We're sending double that, triple that of jeans every year. So, for Keith and I, let's even say 4 times, we sell a lot of jeans. I mean, so this is a low end estimate, and our cost of goods is 100, or our cost of goods is $1. So we would get 368 new items a year. I mean, that's how much money we would be making switching to the cardboard over the padded flat. And if you do a lot of volume like us, or you do a lot of jeans, that's probably more what you're looking like, depending on your cost of goods. So it is a little bit of a battle to use them, but it's absolutely worth it for me. So that's your overview of how you can save money using the new discounts that were afforded to us by the USPS. The rates are the same on eBay as they are on Pirate Ship, give or take. If you're not top rated Seller Plus, you may want to check Pirate Ship's rates, because sometimes you can even save a little bit of money there versus what eBay is going to charge you for labels. The discount eBay gives you as a seller has a lot of different things they factor in. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you're a little confused about the zones or whatever, let me know in the comments, guys. I'll help you out. And I will put the link to the clear poly bags in the description box for you. And I will put the link to that calculator to figure out zones, although I don't recommend using it. But you can if you want. Like, I'm not here to tell you that any way is right or wrong. If you want to use it and that makes you feel better about life, do what you need to do, right? That's what I always say. Everybody's got to do for themselves and their business what is best for themselves and their business, and whatever works for them. Also, again, the box is box number 4, USPS.com. Free to sign up for an account with them, and you can order all kinds of free supplies from them. Go be productive, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.